As college basketball season comes to an end, Tennessee has gotten off to a pretty good start in its roster reset, landing a huge portal target just last weekend. Hey, Lucas Panzica here from 104.5 The Zone and A to Z Sports. So we knew the moment Tennessee's season ended in the Elite Eight against Houston that Rick Barnes has a tall task in front of him in resetting this roster with the entire backcourt on the way out, like Zakai Ziegler, Chaz Lanier, Jemai Meshack. Some players returning in the front court, but overall, a lot of work to do. And Tennessee already picked up its number one portal target last weekend, landing a commitment from Maryland transfer guard Jacoby Gillespie. Gillespie comes to Tennessee after being Maryland's second lead scorer last season, averaging over 14 points per game, as well as 4.8 assists per game, and shooting over 40% from three. This is a huge acquisition for Rick Barnes and Tennessee as a guy that can slot straight into the lineup as this team's starting point guard next season. And Gillespie has plenty of Tennessee ties. In fact, born in Greenville, Tennessee, went to high school in East Tennessee at Greenville, and started his collegiate career in Nashville, playing for the Belmont Bruins, where he was their lead scorer in the 2023-2024 season. I actually got a chance to talk to Belmont head coach Casey Alexander, who worked with Gillespie on both of those years, and he described him as a wide open offensive playmaker. So Gillespie is a guy that can immediately come in and change the face of this Tennessee offense. The question is, how does he adapt to the Rick Barnes style of play, especially defensively, which is a question for any transfer coming in. But there's no doubt that was huge news for Tennessee basketball in the very first weekend of the offseason as the Final Four is going on. And of course, Tennessee did make one more addition, a more familiar face, in former Vanderbilt forward Jalen Carey. That's right, he comes over from that side of the rivalry, and Tennessee fans may remember Carey for what he did against the Vols this past season. Had a double-double in the first matchup against Vanderbilt, the game Tennessee lost at Memorial Gym, and scored 18 points in the second meeting in Knoxville in the matchup that Tennessee won last season. Carey averaged 8 points per game, over 5 rebounds per game for Vanderbilt, and suddenly Tennessee's front court is looking very strong next year with the return of Cade Phillips and JP Estrella, as well as Felix Okpara. In fact, Jalen Carey had this quote, which Tennessee fans will love. He told it to Ryan Shumpert of Rocky Top Insider, quote, "I'm a Vol now, man. Don't care about no black and gold. I bleed orange now. I don't care about what they've got to say." So Jalen Carey, formerly a James Madison player who followed then James Madison coach Mark Byington to Vanderbilt when Byington took that job. He is now a Tennessee Volunteer, and he is going out guns blazing. Should be fun when Tennessee and Vandy meet up again. But there's no question, there's more work to do for Rick Barnes and his team, but this was a great start in the transfer portal for Tennessee basketball.